And welcome back, everybody. Well, there's the cover of Lucky You, Lucky Us by Rodger Potocki, and that cover is one of the illustrations in the book. Robert Cimbala did all the illustrations for the book, and the book is available for $17.95 at places like, let's see, it's at the United County History Center, I know that.
Barnes
it
and
is
Noble.
At Barnes and Noble.
Online through Amazon and Barnes and Nobles.
Good. The sliver in East Utica of the Polish population, I didn't realize there was even a sliver in East Utica.
Yeah, just a little corner of East Utica around the J Street, Jefferson Ave. I don't know if it was still around as you were growing up. The old Polonia Hall.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. There was a small Polish community there, which was basically my first home.
And then you really grew up in South Utica, though, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Was that like Parkside Court?
Yeah, most of the years I spent in South Utica were actually on Cornwall Ave in the near Our Lady of Lourdes Church and School.
Yeah. Some of the other names that you mention in the book, they're just, if you went to UFA, people would remember these names.
I hope they all buy the book.
Well, you got a lot of
funny
names
story
in there.
about that,
You
though.
got a lot of names in there. Let's see, Nani Pincero.
Yeah.
Nani, I see at church
Older,
every
but-
now and then.
yeah.
And he was an athlete.
Excellent athlete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Damsky, who you mentioned. You also mentioned, well, you didn't mention Cecil Brandon.
Yes.
He was a great athlete.
Yes, he was a member of our basketball team. You showed the illustration of that. Cecil was quite a character in more ways than one.
You mentioned Roger Lemke.
Yeah.
Was that the Lemke, was his family, there was a Lemke that went to play
Playing in
for?
major leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Roger was the father.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was either Roger or Jerry, but the Lemkes were athletes playing in the, when I talk about them, in the Muni leagues around Utica, but they were Whitesboro guys.
And there were two people that you mentioned in the book, and you hit it dead on, and that was Art Wiles,
Yeah.
who was the principal at UFA,
Yeah.
and Austin T. Bell, who was the assistant principal, and you described Mr. Wiles as a distinguished professor, as
Prep
Oriole.
school type guy.
Yeah. And Mr. Bell was the enforcer. And he's the one
With
that,
all the keys.
yeah, and he's the one that did all the dirty work. And you mentioned a lot of teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you a good student?
I was a fair student. I started out to being an excellent honor roll student and got a little carried away with the social life of high school, and I still did all right.
Yeah.
But I didn't study anywhere near the way I should have.
Well, that makes two of us. Another part of the book, we've only got a minute or so left, you mentioned a lot about Little League.
Yeah.
And Little League was, people our age, that was a big part of us.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played for King Cole Ice Cream, which
Yeah.
was a benefit to that.
Yes, it was. A lot of my teammates and I, like guys like Steve Wynn, Mr. Las Vegas.
Right.
Mike Brown, the Lewis brothers. We always had the benefit of after winning, getting free ice cream.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Steve Wynn, his father had a bingo parlor, and I think you reference it in the book.
Yeah, Mr. Wynn traveled around the Northeast. I
Yeah.
don't think he
Yeah.
ran a bingo game in Utica, but he was quite a character and a wonderful guy,
Yeah.
as was Mrs. Wynn.
Yeah.
Steve was a little on the wild side in those days. Didn't go to high school with us. His parents wisely sent him to military school, where he came out a different guy.
Yeah.
But we were good friends.
You know, there are so many other things I wanted to talk to you about the book, but we're out of time. Maybe you'll come back.
I would love to.
Good.
I would love to.
It's good seeing you.
Thank you, Joe. Good seeing you.
And that's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week. We'll do it all again. Don't forget cnyhomepage.com. Lots of good stuff there. Until next time, take care of yourself, everybody.